Action learning is an experiential learning method in which participants learn by doing, and then reflect on what they have done. There are several varieties of action learning. In most varieties, the participants work on real tasks in small teams, or learning sets. As they do so, they learn leadership, teamwork, facilitation, and additional skills of value to the organization. Revans describes learning as having two components: programmed instruction, where a teacher or instructor provides information to the learner, and understanding that arises when learners use questioning to help each other explore the situations they face. This second component can be referred to as action learning. It can be characterized as a project being chosen that is of value to an organization and requires the application of relevant skills and knowledge. A facilitator guides the learning set as they work through the group project. In practice, each application of action learning is usually a little different, fine-tuned to suit the particular organization and its aims. Action learning has the potential to achieve three key sets of outcomes. Skills relevant for organizational flexibility can be enhanced and broadened. By working as a team on real tasks, participants develop facilitation, problem-solving, and communication skills. Important organizational tasks and outcomes can be achieved. The projects are sufficiently complex that the team has to engage in collaborative problem-solving to achieve an outcome. And the organization can develop more innovative and flexible people, that in turn can lead to positive cultural change. Once an appropriate project has been selected, and support for action learning secured, you would then create your action learning members. The action learning teams are formed ideally of volunteers who together constitute a diverse team. The early team meetings are facilitated in such a way that teams quickly become effective at self-management. When group members meet, they would begin by discussing their experience of implementation, identifying issues, or potential issues, they have encountered. Once all issues have been identified, group members prioritize the issues and agreeing which is the most important and which should be dealt with first. They would then follow a 5-step structured process, known as a learning set process. The group member who identified the issue is given 5 minutes to describe the issue in more detail. Group members ask questions in order to explore further the issue and its implications for practice. Group members seek to define the problem by making specific statements, of which there could be a number. The individual group member would prioritize these statements into a list and create a question to ask the learning set, related to practice. Group members offer solutions, answers, and/or advice to the problem. This should lead the individual member to identify actions to be implemented. These should be specific and achievable. All members have the opportunity to reflect on the overall process, including the individual member, the group as a whole, and the facilitator. This process is described as double-loop learning, since the learning process occurs through the exploration and exchange of ideas between practitioners, as opposed to single-loop learning of more traditional classroom-based training where an expert imparts information to the learner. Once the learning set have created strategies for issues encountered, it is essential this is fed back through organization structures. This is referred to as the feedback loop. The feedback loop model describes the structure that needs to be in place to enable effective action learning programs to occur. This enables whole organizations to become part of this reflective learning model.